Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our FM23 beta save with Manchester City. So we are in the top four. We are in reach of the title. Question is, are we going to be able to get there? That is the big one. We've had ups and downs. We're in the Carabao Cup semi-final, second leg today against Chelsea. So we'll be taking them on to try and get to the final of that. But in the meantime, we do need to show you a couple of bits. First off, I will show you the transfers that have been made. The transfer window has or is on the way of ending. And with that comes a couple of players. Yusufa Moukoko, of course, as we mentioned, we have signed him. We signed him in the summer, but he couldn't join us until January 1st because of his age. But he is now with the club and he's already scored a couple of goals for us. So hopefully is a long-term investment there. 18 years old, valued at 87 million, got for 42. That could end up being an absolute bargain. And another bargain I think we might have got here is Andreas Sheldrup from Nordsjælland. 7.5 million, sorry. Again, looks very, very good. He will be playing more of a striker role for us. But look at that dribbling, first touch, finishing's not bad either, looking to improve that. Looks a very, very exciting player. Great passing, good technique, off the ball, vision, work rate. So he's kind of got all the attributes we need in a player for Man City. So I'm very, very happy with that signing. He scored, they both scored on their debut, actually, coming off the bench. So that was quite cool. And you might get to see that. But with that being said, we have had a couple of transfers. Otherwise, a loan for Darius Sarmiento. But we've also started a few youth players. Sold, because, well, we don't need them anymore. Kian Bretkin, he's gone to Watford for 180, rising 200. Dian Mabude, who scored for us this season, he has gone off to Brighton for 1.1 million. I mean, signing Moukoko and Sheldrup kind of knocks him a lot down the pecking order. And then Daniel Ogruru has gone to Burnley. I don't know, is Vincent Kompany still in charge there? Yeah, he is. So there you go. That probably explains it. Sitting pretty at the top of the championship, Burnley as well. So we might get to see Vincent in the Prem with Burnley, just like real life, I think we'll end up doing. So very, very interesting indeed. So let's take a look at how things has gone between now and our last game, last video, and then we'll jump into the Chelsea game. So the first game back from after the World Cup, where Nathan Ake actually won the World Cup with Holland, beating England in the final. So we had a few players in the final of the World Cup, which was pretty cool. We did take on Rotherham in the Carabao Cup. Absolute domination in that game. It was 4-1 in the end. So, yeah, it was easy stuff, really. They did get one back in the first half, but in the second half, we kind of ran riot. And it ended 4-1 overall. We also ended up with a comfortable victory over Chelsea in the league. A little later on, Haaland got our first one though. Lovely ball through. He took it round the keeper and just tucked it away. They responded quite well just before half time. Havertz playing it out to Mount on that left-hand side. He was able to get past the defender and smash it in from that near post side. However, it was the two new boys who just signed for us that got the 2 goals to confirm the win. Sheldrup with a fantastic run from his own half, going all the way and slotting it in there. A clearance by João Cancelo just fell to him. He controlled it beautifully, took it past the defender and put it away. And then Moukoko also managed to get a goal. This one a little bit more scrappy, but it was his tenacity that got him that one and made it 3-1. We also beat Arsenal in the Carabao Cup quarter-final to get to this semi-final in the first place. And it was, of course, Erling Haaland who put us through in that one. And it was an Erling Haaland masterclass in a new formation for us against Nottingham Forest. That's 5 goals in 45 minutes. We took him off at half-time. We conceded 2 goals and everything kind of went a bit stale. But he absolutely ran riot. Got the first one there, João Cancelo cutting out the ball initially, and then Haaland just slide it in. A penalty as well, of course. He will always put them away when Kevin De Bruyne is not on the pitch. Bellingham delivers this one. headed in by Haaland. Question of offside, but was comfortably on when seeing the replay. And then once again, João Cancelo being influential in the build-up to this one as he drove all the way to the byline, crossed it in, and Haaland's header made it 4. And then his 5th goal of the half was a long-range free kick, and what a lovely one it was as well. And a quick look at the semi-final first leg of the Carabao Cup against Chelsea. Ended up 2-0 to Chelsea. Just before half-time, they managed to get the first one. Kai Havertz tucking that one away. And then it was the second half, 76th minute, where they doubled their lead. We changed things around, tried to get something because we just weren't getting the shots off that we needed. But once again, Kai Havertz able to slot it past the keeper. There were a few more games in there. You can see a Wolves win as well there, along with a Wolves win, a Wolves loss there, I should say. Man City beating Tottenham. We saw the Chelsea game. West Brom in the FA Cup 3rd round, and then we beat Middlesbrough in the 4th round. We've got Brighton or Southampton in the 5th round a little later on. And of course, we've still got the Chelsea game, but 4-2 against Leicester as well. Pretty comfortable that game again. They didn't really pose too much of a threat in the long run. But like I say, we have changed formation slightly. I say slightly. We've gone to a 3-4-1-2 or a 3-5-2-1-2, whatever you want to call it. Segunda Volante playing in the middle of an anchor man. This being Ake and De Bruyne at the moment, but Jude Bellingham has been playing very well as a Segunda Volante in the last game. Not the last game, was it? It was Middlesbrough. It was a fantastic goal. He ran really deep, powered through, and Cole Palmer was able to just slot him through. But that's what we're going to start with today anyway. We need a couple of goals, vertical tiki-taka style, so hopefully it's quick football building up. 2 strikers on the pitch as well. Unfortunately, Erling Haaland has been injured for about 6 weeks now. 23 goals still this season, even though he's been out injured for most of it as well. Gundogan wants to leave. He's been injured for like 3 months. So I said, yeah, sure. Transfer listed by request for £1. I don't think that's... that can't be right. I don't want to... Okay. Anyway, ignoring that, Carl Walker and Jude Bellingham are both suspended as well for this game. So we're a little short on numbers. Sheldrop and Moukoko will be up top for us. Phil Foden just behind. Luca Netz and Cancelo on the wing-back roles with, like I said, Ake and De Bruyne there with Laporte, Diaz and Stones at the back. Let's get into it. Let's try and get something out of this game. We need 2 goals at least to get anything or have any chance. We are playing Pep Guardiola, so the former Man City man. So there could be questions if they do beat us again and knock us out, which would be a bit frustrating. But they're playing a 4-3-3, which is a classic Pep move. We know he likes a 4-3-3. We, however, like to mix things up here and try a few different formations to see actually what works, because I have no idea what I'm doing. John Stones receiving it short from Edison. And then João Cancelo. Can he get it past him? He does. Finds Sheldrop, who's got a bit of quality on the ball, so I'm hoping he won't lose it. He does well. Finds Ake, sucking 2 men in there. Ake again receives it. De Bruyne, Phil Foden. He's driving at the defence. Finding Moukoko. Can he finish? He does. Now that is vertical tiki-taka football at its finest. I don't think you're ever going to see a goal quite like that in this form and this style of play, because that is perfect. Didn't ever really go backwards, side to side where needed, but constantly looking to play that ball forward. And it was Moukoko getting that goal in the 3rd minute to give us that opportunity back in the game. It's 2-1. We're at home, but we're not. It's strange. I'm pretty sure we're at Wembley is where we're actually playing this, which we were playing the first leg there as well. And again, Chelsea were playing there, and Sheldrop's through. Probably should have put that away, but it's a second effort. And João Cancelo this time says, I'll do it then. Smashes it in. It's 2-2. But like I was saying, I think we're playing at Wembley, but we're home, but with an away kit. It's all a bit weird. I think it's the beta, like bugs and stuff. But Shell Drop initially should have probably scored. Hits the post though. Does win the ball back and poke it back to João Cancelo, and he was able to this time finish it off, smashing it in. So far, not to jinx things, but we're running riot. And Kevin De Bruyne looks for a free kick. Kepa had to get across, and he does. And what a save that was in the end. 13 minutes in to this game, and we are flying. Nets. Can he deliver something here? Ball comes in. Stones goes up for the header. Not quite able to get there as Azpilicueta will look to now clear that ball. All things are level. It's only taken 15 minutes for us, or well, less than 10 minutes for us to level things up again. And yeah, bring it down to the wire already. It's all down to this game. Half an hour in now, we're still looking on top. We're still looking better than them. De Bruyne with a delivery. Laporte with the header. This just goes over the bar this time. We're doing well. Let's just keep it up, because I do not want it to stop. We're looking a lot down this left-hand side. They've got an inverted wing back there, I guess. So it makes sense that we are trying that side with Reece James playing there. We're looking focus play down the middle, underlaps, that sort of thing. But I'm kind of like also want to look for the overlap left. Do you know what I mean? Especially considering we've got a poacher in the middle, so he'll be sitting central anyway. And with an inverted wing back, I'm going to do something tactical, and it could backfire massively. But it's worth giving it a go. They've got 4 players on yellow cards. They obviously weren't able to handle us in that first half. Laporte playing it in back and around with Nets. Can you shift the ball, please? Because I don't want you to be losing that. Ake into Sheldrop. He looks out wide to João Cancelo, who's got loads of space. Plays it back through to Sheldrop, who again probably should have scored. It was on his weak foot. No, it wasn't. It was on his strong foot because he's right-footed. That's not good. It should have definitely put that one in. They're playing Cucurella as a left-wing Ramdeuter. I mean, I know Pep Guardiola's a tactical genius, but that is freaking mental. Cucurella is a left-wing Ramdeuter. He'll score now. I know it's got nothing to do with it because it's a free kick, but he'll just will, won't he? João Cancelo, can you put some pressure on? Not quite enough there against Cucurella. Piliqueta comes there. Ake with a challenge. And again, can you get another challenge? He does. That was 3 challenges in a row that he had to win there. But João Cancelo's ball forward was awful. And Sheldrop wasn't quite able to get onto it, as they're having to play the ball back once again, all the way back to Kepa. We're not quite doing stuff. Do I make changes? Because the boys are playing well, but I don't want to kind of mess with the flow of things. John Stones playing it back to Ederson. Then Ruben Diaz back to John Stones again. Can he find someone going forward inside to Ake? Ruben Diaz. Just a bit of a ball would be nice. Cancelo looks round the corner. Sheldrop, are you going to get there? Yep, he's decided he is going to run for that one. Plays it inside to Phil Foden. Oh, well, this has got to be it. He's 1-on-1 with the keeper, and he does. He finishes that off. Lovely. 5th goal of the season for Phil Foden. 3-0 up. That is a sign for changes, and I think that is exactly what we will do. What are we going to look to do then? Sergio Gomez will come on for Luca Nets just because he's knackered. We will also look to bring Rodri on, who's been tired. He's not been overly... Well, he's been injured for a while now. So that's the case. Manuel Akanji, I think we'll bring on for John Stones. Again, just because he's tired. And we've got a couple more, but I think I might leave that just for now. Don't want to make too many vast changes. Don't want to swap half the squad out because that could really mess with us. But I think the players that will come on should be able to kind of just fit into what we're doing quite nicely already. We've not made too many changes, especially up top as well, which we don't want to kind of mess with the flow going forward, which we're doing so well with. Ruben Diaz nods it down to Kovacic, who's balled over the top, finds Cucurella, who was just slating earlier for playing a Ramdeuter role, but that's probably why I was slating him, because it was a dreadful shot in the end. But we have been dominant. We've got the players on now. Rodrigo, Akanji, and Gomez all coming on the field to hopefully see this game out now. I don't want to change how we're playing in the sense that tactically I think we're doing fine. It's just making sure we've got the kind of legs on the players. Cucurella with a controlled ball. Kai Havertz running through the centre. Ruben Diaz doing well to deal with that because, God almighty, I'd have been infuriated if he'd just a ball over the top would have put him through. Ziyech, though, did get through with a ball over the top. Can you clear that, Laporte? He does clear that, and now it goes out for a throw-in. I'm slightly on edge. 5 minutes ago, now maybe we make another change. Phil Foden to come off for Bernardo Silva, and then we'll bring Yusufa Mukoko off for Julian Alvarez up top. Just to try and, again, slow the game down, run the clock down. Although saying that, they are coming forward here. In final minutes, João Cancelo does want to cut that out, but Kante is straight back on it and winning that ball back, which I'm sure he'd be very good in this game, actually, thinking about it. Because he's one of those players that is tenacious. He will not stop. Ruben Diaz, though, nodding it back to Ederson. Lovely awareness there. Don't play it short. Just go long. Okay, play it short. And find Gomez. There you go. Lovely bit of football. No, he's going to go long this time. And Chilwell gets there, but Kanji manages to sweep that up. Somehow he's knocked it past. Is that Mason Mount or Cucurella? Cancelo, you've risked that one way too much. Found De Bruyne, who was ended up being caught out. And Kovacic just put it in. I don't think he was offside. They're going to look at it, but I think that was on. And that's going to be really frustrating if it is. Yeah, there you go. That is appalling. Cancelo into De Bruyne. Kovacic is right up his arse. And, I mean, yeah, we've kind of been holding on for the last couple of minutes. Maybe those changes weren't the best idea. But can we get a goal here in the final minute of added time? Just to, end things very nicely and mean we don't have to go to added time or penalties or anything like that. Looks to be headed clear. Rodrigo, can you get there? No, Mount will though. But De Bruyne finds Bernardo Silva. Oh, he's hit was that the post? I don't think the keeper saved it. But wow, that was mighty close. We could have got something out of that. João Cancelo, I mean, we're still in their half. And we're still forward with the ball. Rodrigo, back to João Cancelo. He delivers this time. Back post to Gomez, who's nowhere near winning that header. Laporte, back to Gomez again. Finds Rodrigo. Can he shift it? He looks over the top to Alvarez. Koulibaly this time heading the ball away. But that's going to be it. That's going to be... Alvarez was offside anyway. Oh, jeez. That's got to be it. Ref, just blow up. Please, because I do not want to be dealing with any more issues from why is the game just stopped? What was the point in that? Right. I mean, we can't make any subs now. Oh, we've got one remaining. Oh, because it's gone into extra time. Okay. Who could we bring on? Cole, Palmer, Calvin Phillips, and Riyad Mahrez. Now, I kind of want to take off De Bruyne just because he's absolutely shot to pieces with his legs. And I really don't want him to get injured. So I think we will do that. Bring Calvin Phillips on. Who would be better placed to play as a anchor and who as segundo volante? I feel like maybe Calvin Phillips should be the anchor and Rodri going a bit further forward. He's got a bit of pace about him. 14, 13, 4. There's not really... They're both very similar players. Do we even have a segundo volante? Or do we play maybe a deep-lying playmaker? Or ball-winning midfielder? Maybe we'll go ball-winner on support. So he can step up a bit. And then Calvin Phillips can just sit there. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm thinking way too much into this because it's not going to mean anything because they're going to just score in the first 5 minutes. But we'll be fine. Akanji into Ruben Diaz. Right, here we go. We've got the ball. Can we create that goal, what we did in the first half with that slick forward passing, shell drop into Alvarez. He's not been great, but he's come on and he's doing something. Rodri, whatever you want to call him, able to find it out wide. And again, he receives it, looks over the top to Alvarez, who's well on, smashes it, and it goes in at the near post. Kepa should have certainly done better there, because that was awful goalkeeping. It's effectively hit him straight in the face, and it's just gone in. But we'll take that for sure. Laporte, it's good to have Rodri back, who's able to lift that ball over the top. Alvarez getting through, smashing it. And yeah, maybe should have saved that one. But we are not complaining when we go for 1 up in the game. We're only a couple of minutes left before the half time of extra time. Just get straight into it. We can't make any changes. So we might as well just keep playing. Hopefully now we can see the game out, unlike we did in the first 90 after going ahead. But this would be a fantastic result. Gomez with the free kick. There's only a couple of minutes left. Laporte with the header. Not quite. And now I want to go cautious, but just because we're in the dying moments, and this is the exact time when they end up scoring. Ruben Loftus-Cheek looks to be up top for them now. As Gomez looks over the top. Alvarez, is he going to get there? He does. I mean, he's done very well there. Plays it across to Sheldrup, and they were pushing for a goal. We've managed to get a second in the extra time, and that will be that. There is no way they're coming back from this. And I have to say, Alvarez, he's won us the game. He had a shocking start to the season, but he has sort of, especially now that he hasn't got the certainty of being the backup to Haaland. And we've got two striker options, Sheldrup being in there, along with Mukoko. He's got to turn up, and he has today. And he's got us to win and put us in the Carabao Cup final. So we've got a chance of our second trophy in the season. So this could be fantastic, really, when you think about it. But we'll have to see. I'm not sure who we've got a chance of actually playing in the final of the Carabao Cup. So we'll be interesting to see that when this is finished processing. We'll take a look in just a sec. Oh, so here we are. We are playing Leeds United. And do you know where they are in the league? Rock bottom. They're 20th. And not by a short margin. They haven't actually won a game all season, but have managed to get to the final of the Carabao Cup. I mean, I know that's a thing that happens for teams, but it's a little bit surprising. Who have they got in charge? Adam Underwood. Whoever that is. It's a caretaker manager. Right, yeah, that makes sense. Because they are rock bottom. Well, there you go. We've got that. I mean, it should be a win, and we'll come back for it at the end of this month, end of February. We'll also have played the first leg of our Champions League round of 16 match against Barcelona. And there's also a few more big games in there, Chelsea, Arsenal and West Ham as well. So there'll be big ones, and then following that, also an FA Cup game. I mean, they're all big games from now on, and there's only one way to see how we do, and that is getting on and playing them. So with that, we will leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.